All right, gentlemen, this is for the Dynasty Combat Sports welterweight title. We've been through the rules in the back.
Here we go. Dakota's just looking at his chest. He's just looking straight ahead at his chest. He's giving up a little. He's used to giving up height advantage.
Definite height discrepancy in this one, Henry.
170-pound title fight tonight. Pro title, so we're up for 5 rounds right now.
Scott Futrell in checkered shorts and Dakota in the black shorts. Dakota getting on the inside early. He's got an over-under. On his over, he's really got that arm broke down on that side, though. He's got that frame broke down hard.
Like I said, he's got the one thing is he's going to have to watch if he loses his body lock for Scott Futrell's knees and elbows, man. I watched him beat up Seth Bass not too long ago from the clinch. Really good Muay Thai.
Yeah, guys with that length can just do different things sometimes during takedown defense positions because they can generate different energy with the range of motion just because of those longer limbs.
Let's see if Dakota's going for an outside single maybe.
Looks like Scott's almost...
oh, he used it to...
Oh, Dakota's really chaining his wrestling together here.
Yeah, bring him out from the cage. He's just trying to get that second leg connected.
Going for the high crotch. Explosive high crotch. Get side control out of it. Good impact control by Dakota there to cut into the hip and land in side control. You can see Scott really fighting for that shrimp, wanting to land in guard, just didn't get it. Dakota beat him to the position. A little bit of space, Scott uses it to pop back up. Dakota hanging over the top. Scott fighting for that right underhook. No, he's just framing to watch he doesn't get knees. Looks like he's using the cage to try to pry Dakota off.
He's trying to go in the back. Oh, good sit-through on that. See if he goes right to that rear naked.
Yeah, it looked like Scott was on his way out before Dakota hit that little drag.
Oh, man, that looks vicious.
Yeah, Dakota's
I don't quite know. Yeah.
Strong guy. He probably doesn't have to even have it quite locked in, and he can finish, I'm sure.
Man, I don't know. It doesn't look that locked, but that looks vicious.
Certainly doesn't look comfortable.
See if he turns, kind of lift him over his shoulder, maybe towards the back.
Scott fights back to full guard.
Yeah, Dakota more known for his guillotines. So see if he postures here, he'll look for that guillotine right there.
Yeah, Scott's back is off the mat, so it's kind of the start of getting up. But as you mentioned, Dakota's looking to threat for that guillotine as Scott's getting up. So Dakota,
right there.
Yep.
Sits through, rolls with it.
You can see him setting that up.
And he's got both hands trapped. Like,
when, as we saw before, you're going to have
good move.
You're going to have to lock it in tight to get Futrell apparently, because he's not giving up early.
Goes to more like a Khabib.
Yeah, Dakota with control, looking to weave the legs.
This is tiring, man, having to continually. Ooh.
Once again, Scott landing some elbows that he's generating some different energy because of the length. Scott pops back up. Dakota still with pressure on him, though.
Ooh. Going underneath. See, he's got to be careful, though.
Yeah, Scott with the dog collar, looking to peel out. Elbows from the dog collar position.
I don't know if I've really seen Scott Futrell throw much of a punch. Everything has been an elbow.
Yeah, and I think a lot of that's just because Dakota's so close to him that's what he has to throw with those long limbs. But he does well with them.
Smart on his end, man. Oh, it kind of looked like he's going for like a little crucifix to it.
Yeah, Dakota with that head on the outside, but Futrell's doing a really good job of defending that head on the outside single. Dakota switches to the doubles. Scott defends that. Dakota goes back to that head on the outside single, and Scott's had a lot of defense on that one. A lot of success where Dakota just can't get his hips off balance. lot of it's that posture control. Scott's really controlling the back of that neck, controlling Dakota's posture, landing some good hammer fists. Yeah, Dakota definitely needed that sense of urgency he had there. That's not a position you want to stay in. Scott with some through the leg ground and pound. Creative ground and pound by Scott to finish. Throwing some hammer fists, some hooks through his own legs.
Yeah, I'll say, I think he lost the round, but I'll say this, is he's starting to get the momentum swing.
Yeah, Dakota definitely had the pressure, the wrestling. Competitive round, very competitive. Dakota definitely had control most of the round. Scott being so aggressive on the bottom was able to really neutralize Dakota's ground and pound from the top. And so a lot of Dakota was just having to try to control Scott. Very competitive round, though.
Ladies and gentlemen, upon the completion of tonight's event, the after party is located at the Royal Grove, 340 West Cornhusker Highway, Lincoln, Nebraska. We'll see you there as soon as the fights are over.
Great first round. I'm excited to see this.
Looks like you got a little footwork battle going on with Scott in the southpaw stance, Dakota in the orthodox stance. A lot of that's going to be whose lead foot's on the outside. That's going to give that competitor the advantage with the angles.
Yeah, he's fighting super long right now.
Yeah, doing a good job of keeping his right foot on the outside
Good
of Dakota's
overhead
left
from
foot.
Dakota.
Explosive combinations, going for the double leg. Scott pummels in, gets the underhook, pivots his hips, turns off, and they're back to that single leg position. Scott looking for a frame on the back of the neck and the dog collar again. Dakota pivots his head, turns, and goes back to that single leg. Boy, Scott has so much length, he can just reach over the back of him and throw ground and pound almost like Stretch Armstrong. Dakota looking for that low single again. Scott with the dog collar and ground and pound.
Oh, man, Dakota rolling back.
Yeah, that dog collar position when the other guy's tabled up, really vulnerable position for opponents in there. Scott looking for short elbows. He's got Dakota's his hips trapped. Dakota really needs to get those hips off of him to start creating escape. He's doing a good job of framing up right now, so no elbows are landing too square, but definitely a good position for Scott right now. Scott with some short hammer fists, looking to work from the top. Scott has really good posture right now. He's looking to land more elbows, slides out to side control, knee on belly. That's a good way to block Dakota's shrimp. Scott floats his hips, goes to the back.
Super methodical fight from Scott Futrell tonight.
Body triangle by Scott. That's a nice thing that guys with that extra length can do to get a little extra control. Sometimes those body triangles can be hard to get on guys.
He's gotten him flattened, too.
He does.
He taps.
And Futrell with the finish. That was really set up with his elbows. See, he got the submission finish, but it was set up with the ground and pound off of defending that single leg. Scott did a really good job of getting the head and neck lowered and away and was breaking Dakota's posture down with that, and then was landing some good offense from that dog collar. So great fight by Scott Futrell, the general.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee, Bobby Wildbacher, calls a stop to the fight. 2 minutes, 19 seconds into the second round for your winner. And new DC welterweight world champion, Scott the General Futrell.